If you have been living in your home for many years, you probably have a house full of memories. Some of those items may be useful. Others are precious and sentimental. And then there are the things that have simply taken up space, quietly gathering dust in the back of closets, tucked away in drawers, or stacked high in the garage. And if you're anything like me, the idea of sorting through it all can feel overwhelming. Where do you even begin? What should you keep? What if it feels like letting go of something means letting go of a part of yourself? Today, I want to invite you into a new way of thinking about decluttering, not as a cold task of cleaning or tossing things away, but as an act of love for your home, for your well-being, and for the life you are living right now. You do not need to get rid of everything. In fact, this is not about loss. This is about space. Space for clarity, space for comfort, and space for the things that still bring you joy. In this video, I am going to gently guide you through 10 thoughtful and often hidden ways to create storage space in your home. These are not just organizing tips. These are steps toward a simpler, more peaceful way of living, especially if you are downsizing, preparing for retirement, or just want to feel lighter in your space. So go ahead and make yourself a warm cup of tea. Settle into your favorite chair. And let's take this journey together, step by step, at your own pace, with kindness, patience, and maybe even a little laughter along the way. 1. Imagine you are moving, but with kindness. Imagine just for a moment that you are about to move to a small, peaceful home. Maybe it is a cozy cottage by a lake or a sun-filled apartment close to your grandchildren. Picture the calm, the quiet, and the fresh start. Now walk through your home with that thought in mind. As you pass by each object, the old coffee maker that has not worked in years, the 5 sets of baking pans, the scarves you never wear, ask yourself gently, would I take this with me to that new, simpler life? This is not about pretending you are moving for real. It is about helping you see your space with fresh eyes. When we have lived in a home for many years, we stop noticing the things around us. We stop asking whether something still serves us or brings us comfort. We keep things just because they have always been there. But the truth is, holding on to things that no longer reflect your current life can weigh you down. They take up space, not just in your closets, but in your mind. They can crowd out the things that truly matter today. This moving mindset helps you become more mindful. It gives you permission to let go, not out of guilt, but out of kindness, to yourself and to your space. One woman I spoke with, Elaine, age 68, told me that she used to feel completely overwhelmed by her kitchen. There were cabinets packed with cookware, gadgets, and serving trays she had not used since her children were little. She imagined what she would take with her to a little house by the ocean, and suddenly, her choices became clear. After one afternoon of sorting, she had cleared out 2 shelves and created space for a small tea station, which she now uses every morning. The goal is not to strip your home of meaning. The goal is to keep what supports the life you are living now, not the life you lived 20 years ago, or the one you imagined but never quite needed. When you look at your belongings with this gentle lens, decluttering becomes an act of self-respect. It is about honoring your past while making space for what is still ahead. 2. Look up, using your vertical space wisely. When people say they have no more room in their house, I always ask them to look up. Literally. Most of us forget that our walls, corners, and even the backs of doors are filled with untapped potential. Vertical space is one of the most overlooked areas in the home, and yet it can hold so much without making your rooms feel crowded or messy. You do not need fancy remodeling or expensive furniture. Sometimes, all it takes is a shelf above a doorway, a set of hooks near the back door, or a magnetic strip in the kitchen to hold your spices or knives. In the bathroom, you can add a shelf above the toilet for extra towels. In the hallway, A slim bookshelf can store your favorite photo albums and cookbooks. Courtney, a retired nurse living in a small New York apartment, told me she doubled her kitchen storage by using hooks under her cabinets to hang mugs and added a few floating shelves for her spices. She did not have to buy a new cabinet. She just used what was already there, but better. The beauty of vertical storage is that it helps you organize without cluttering the floor. That means less tripping hazards, easier cleaning, and more breathing room, especially important as we get older and want our homes to feel more open and safe. Try this. Walk through your home and notice where there is open wall space. Is there room above the laundry machines for a small shelf? Could you hang a pegboard in your garage for gardening tools? Even the space behind closet doors can hold hanging shoe organizers or pocket pouches for scarves, gloves, and small bags. This is not just about being clever. It is about making your home work better for you so that everything has its place and you spend less time searching and more time enjoying. Do not underestimate what your walls can do. They can hold more than just memories. They can hold peace too. 3. One in, one out. A gentle habit that lasts. There is a simple habit that can keep your home from becoming overwhelmed again once you have decluttered. It is called the one in, one out rule. Every time you bring something new into your home, a new blouse, a kitchen gadget, a pair of shoes, you choose one item to let go of. It sounds simple, and it is. But do not be fooled by its simplicity. This small practice can make a huge difference over time. The beauty of this habit is that it creates balance. It helps you pause before bringing something new into your space. It teaches you to ask, do I really need this? And if I do, what can I let go of in exchange? Jake, a 61-year-old grandfather from Ohio, told me this rule changed the way he handled his growing collection of sneakers. He loved shoes and bought a new pair almost every month. But soon, he realized he was running out of closet space. He decided that for every new pair he bought, he would donate an old pair. Over time, not only did his closet stay tidy, but he found himself being more selective and thoughtful about his purchases. This rule can work in every part of your home. New towel comes in? Let go of an old one with frayed edges. Bought a new cookbook? Maybe donate the one you have not opened in 5 years. Over time, this habit becomes natural. It stops clutter before it even starts. And the best part? It is gentle. You are not decluttering in a rush or making difficult decisions all at once. You're simply maintaining a balance. One in, one out. Just like breathing in and breathing out. This is not about deprivation. It is about intention. About making sure that what fills your home also fills your life with purpose, beauty, or comfort. 4. Bless your entryway. Creating a peaceful transition zone. Think about the first place you walk into when you come home. The front door, the hallway, the space where your coat lands, your shoes come off, and your keys get tossed. For many of us, that space is a mess. Shoes are piled up. Mail is stacked on the counter. Purses, umbrellas, scarves, all mixed together in a corner. It becomes the most stressful part of the home when it should be the most welcoming. Creating a transition zone near your entrance can completely change how your home feels. It brings order. It brings calm. It gives every item that comes in and goes out a clear place to land. You do not need to renovate anything. A simple bench with baskets underneath can hold shoes. Wall hooks can carry coats, hats, and bags. A small tray or bowl by the door can keep your keys and sunglasses in one place. You can even use a hanging organizer on the back of a closet door for gloves, scarves, or pet leashes. Lena, a 70-year-old grandmother who often watches her grandkids, used to trip over shoes in her hallway every day. She added a bench with cubbies and put up a few hooks on the wall. Now, not only is her entryway neat, but she also said, It feels like my home is saying, "Welcome back," every time I walk through the door. A transition zone makes your daily routine smoother. You do not have to wonder where your keys are or why you cannot find your purse. It saves time, prevents clutter from spreading to other rooms, and helps everyone in the house know where things belong. It is a small space, but it can make a big emotional difference because the way you enter your home matters. It sets the tone. It speaks peace into your day. 5. Clear bins for a clear mind. There is a simple truth that many of us forget. We cannot use what we cannot see. Clutter does not always mean piles of junk. Sometimes it is just things we have forgotten about, hidden in dark bins, buried in drawers, or packed away in boxes we never open. That is why switching to clear storage bins can be life-changing. It sounds small, but being able to see exactly what you own without having to dig through everything brings instant clarity. Clear bins are especially helpful in places like the pantry, the garage, or deep closets. You can glance at them and know what is inside. No guessing, no rummaging, no stress. It saves you time and also prevents you from buying things you already have. Nina, a retired teacher from Arizona, told me that after organizing her pantry with clear bins, she discovered she had 3 half-used bags of rice and 4 open boxes of the same cereal. Once everything was visible, she was able to consolidate items and free up an entire shelf. To make this work, take the extra step to label each bin clearly. For example, winter sweaters, extra cords, holiday decorations, or kids' toys. You can even use smaller clear containers inside drawers to separate items like batteries, sewing supplies, or office tools. One of the best things about clear bins is how well they stack. That means you can use vertical space better, especially in closets or under sinks. And because they are see-through, you will not forget what you put at the bottom. This is not just about organization. It is about peace of mind. When your belongings are stored clearly and simply, your home begins to feel lighter, and so do you. 6. Repurpose what you already have. Sometimes the answer is not to buy more storage. It is to look at what you already own in a new way. Repurposing is not only practical, it is also creative, personal, and meaningful. It gives new life to things that might otherwise sit unused, and it saves you money in the process. Think about the items around your house that are no longer serving their original purpose. A wine rack, for example, can hold rolled-up towels in the bathroom. A magazine holder can stand upright in the kitchen to store foil, plastic wrap, or parchment paper. An old ladder can be turned into a beautiful vertical shelf for books or blankets. Shoe organizers that hang over the door can be used for more than just shoes. Try them in the pantry for snacks, in the craft room for supplies, or in the laundry area for cleaning products. Tom, a 73-year-old woodworker from Oregon, repurposed an old wooden picture frame with no glass into a jewelry organizer by adding a bit of mesh behind it. It now hangs in his wife's dressing room, holding her favorite earrings and brooches. Not only does it save drawer space, but it also turns her accessories into wall art. There is something deeply satisfying about giving an old item a new role. It reminds us that everything, and everyone, can be useful again in a different season of life. So before you go out and buy a new storage unit, walk through your home and look with new eyes. What can be transformed? What can be brought back to life? Often, the solution is already right in front of you. 7. Make decluttering a gentle routine. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting until clutter becomes overwhelming before taking action. By then, the task feels enormous, and it is easy to give up before even starting. But decluttering does not need to be done all at once. In fact, it works best when it becomes part of your routine, something small, steady, and manageable. Start by setting aside just 10 minutes a day. Yes, that is all. 10 quiet minutes after your morning coffee or before bed, just to put a few things back in place. Pick one drawer, one shelf, or one basket. You do not have to finish it. Just make a little progress. Once a week, choose a slightly larger area. Maybe your bathroom cabinet, the refrigerator, or one corner of the garage. Spend 15 to 30 minutes. Set a gentle timer if it helps. Then, once a month, choose a deeper clean. The attic, the guest room closet, that drawer in the kitchen that collects everything. You know the one. Emma, a 66-year-old grandmother from Minnesota, shared with me that she used to dread cleaning days. But now, she simply sets a reminder on her phone for Sunday afternoons and does a 15-minute declutter sprint. She says the change has been life-changing, not just for her home, but for her peace of mind. This process builds momentum. It keeps clutter from piling up again. It becomes a rhythm in your life, just like watering the plants or folding the laundry. And best of all, it never feels like too much. Decluttering is not about being perfect. It is about creating a space where you can breathe, move, and enjoy your days more fully. A little every day truly goes a long way. 8. Store what you use most within reach. Have you ever found yourself climbing a step stool to reach something you use every day? Or digging through the back of a cabinet to find your favorite pan? If so, it may be time to rethink how things are stored, not by size or category, but by how often you use them. Storing things based on frequency of use can completely change your daily routines. It makes life easier, safer, and more enjoyable. Start by identifying the items you reach for every day. Maybe it is your favorite coffee mug, your medications, your go-to cooking pot, or the scissors you use in the kitchen. Those items should be stored at eye level or within arm's reach. Next, think about what you use occasionally: seasonal clothing, guest towels, or serving dishes for family gatherings. These can go on higher shelves, under beds, or in labeled containers. And finally, for the things you rarely use, old keepsakes, holiday decorations, or backup supplies, those can be stored in the attic, basement, or out-of-the-way closets. Carlos, a 64-year-old widower from California, reorganized his kitchen using this method. He moved his everyday dishes to the lowest shelf and placed the slow cooker he only used once a year up high. He told me, "Suddenly, my kitchen started working for me, not against me." This approach also makes your home safer. The less you have to bend, stretch, or climb, the more confident and steady you feel moving through your space. By placing what matters most where you can see and reach it, you are making a statement that your comfort and your convenience matter. Your home should support the life you live now, not the one you used to live, or the one you think you should have. Just the beautiful, simple life you live today. 9. Digitize to free your space and protect your memories. Paper clutter is one of the most invisible and sneaky kinds of clutter. It starts small, an old bill here, a birthday card there, and over time it becomes piles. Drawers fill with receipts, folders bulge with outdated manuals, and photo albums gather dust on shelves. And yet, these pieces of paper can feel impossible to part with. Why? Because many of them hold memories, or because we are afraid we might need them someday. But here's the good news. You can keep what matters without letting it take over your space. By digitizing documents, photos, and sentimental papers, you create a way to preserve your memories and protect important information without cluttering your home. Start with the essentials. Use a simple scanning app on your smartphone, like Google Drive, Adobe Scan, or Cam Scanner. These allow you to scan papers just by taking a photo. Store them in clearly labeled folders, such as medical records, taxes, or insurance. You can even back everything up to cloud services like Dropbox or Google Drive, so you will never lose anything, even in a flood or fire. Now, for the sentimental items, things like greeting cards, kids' artwork, or old handwritten letters. You can take high-quality photos and create a digital memory book. That way, you still have the memory, but without the physical weight. John, a small business owner in his 70s, told me that his home office used to be overwhelmed by filing cabinets. After scanning his invoices and important papers, he got rid of 2 large cabinets. That freed up space for a reading corner, something he had always wanted but never had room for. Digitizing does not mean erasing your past. It means honoring it by protecting it in a new way. Your stories, your history, your important records, they can live on, beautifully organized and always accessible without taking up every drawer in your house. Think of it this way: less paper, more peace. 10. Declutter with a friend or join a challenge. Let us be honest. Decluttering alone can feel heavy. The emotions, the memories, the decisions. It is a lot to carry by yourself. That is why doing it alongside someone else can make all the difference. You can invite a friend or family member to go through things with you, maybe your daughter, your sister, or your best friend. Not just to help carry boxes, but to share stories, laugh at old photos, and make the process feel lighter. Sometimes you just need someone to say, "You do not need to keep that," or "I remember this dress," or "Let's donate that together." If no one is available in person, consider joining an online community or decluttering challenge. These provide structure, accountability, and even a little fun. One popular challenge is called the 30-day minimalism game. On day 1, you get rid of 1 item. On day 2, 2 items. By day 30, you have let go of nearly 500 things. It sounds daunting, but many people find it rewarding and even addictive. Another option is the 12-12-12 challenge. You find 12 items to throw away, 12 to donate, and 12 to put back where they belong. It is simple, quick, and effective. If you prefer to work room by room, try the 1 room a day method. Spend 1 day focused only on the kitchen. Then, the next day, only the bathroom. This helps you stay focused and gives you a sense of completion. Lisa, a 72-year-old retiree from North Carolina, joined a decluttering challenge with her niece. They texted each other photos of what they got rid of every day. By the end of the month, Lisa had cleared out 3 closets and 2 storage bins. But more importantly, she said, "I felt like I had taken my life back, 1 drawer at a time." Decluttering does not have to be a lonely or painful task. It can be a joyful, shared experience. One where you celebrate what you are keeping, let go of what no longer serves you, and maybe even grow closer to someone you love along the way. Because at the end of the day, what matters most is not what you store, but who you share your life with. You have done something beautiful today. You took the time to think about your space, your home, and the life you are living now. Not the one you used to live, not the one you were holding on to, but the one that is unfolding, moment by moment, right here and right now. Decluttering is not really about cleaning. It is about clarity. It is not about getting rid of things. It is about making room. Room to breathe, to rest, to move freely, and to enjoy the things that truly bring you peace and purpose. As we get older, our relationship with home changes. The house may grow quieter. The rooms may feel a little too full, or sometimes a little too empty. But no matter where you are in life, you deserve to live in a space that reflects who you are today, not just where you have been. Letting go is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of strength. It is choosing to honor the memories, but also choosing to give yourself permission to grow, to change, and to keep living forward. If this video brought you comfort, or maybe just a little nudge to get started, I would be so grateful if you gave it a thumbs up or shared it with a friend who might need the same encouragement. And if you are new here, welcome. This space, this channel, was created just for you. For women in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond who want to simplify, reflect, and live fully, right where they are. So please, take a moment to subscribe and come back next week. We are on this journey together, and I will be right here waiting with more gentle ideas to help you make your home feel like your sanctuary. Until next time, take care of yourself. You're not just making space in your home, you're making space in your heart.